fucking great.
Okay, the stream has started.
So now I'm on these Bluetooth headphones.
That sucks. It sounds like you're on Bluetooth headphones.
I fucking bet.
Oh god, that sucks, dude. That sucks so bad. That sucks. It sounds like you're on Bluetooth headphones.
I fucking bet.
Oh god, that sucks, dude. That sucks so bad. That sucks. It sounds like you're on Bluetooth headphones.
I fucking bet.
Okay. Well, at least you're here tonight. Thank you for showing up.
One of 4.
So, are you going to try to contact the company and see if they'll warranty replace them?
I've had them for a year, so I doubt it.
Tell them you're with the press.
Yeah, sure.
I have dude, I have their press contact. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do that for you right now. How about that?
That's great. Yeah. When you call their customer service, it's like, leave your name and number, and we'll get back to you.
It's HyperX, right?
Yep.
Hold on, dude. I'm going to hook you up. This is Torrance showing his love for ice. So we got Mark Tekanoff and Rebecca Sheila Johnson. Okay. Why is it taking me to their fucking website? It's supposed to open a new email. Okay. Hold on. I'm doing this right now. Hello, good friends.
It's fucked up too, because like the headphones work themselves. Like the headphones will work, but the microphone doesn't pick up fucking anything.
Right. So it's the mic that's broke.
It's hard to tell.
Well,
I can't tell.
I can tell you, you know, these headphones that have the inline microphone, they have the stereo headset, and also on that little connector, there's a third ring. That's for the microphone, right, or whatever. Okay, so my co-host of the video game Warzone has your HyperX. What model is that?
2. HyperX
2 headsets and his 8-inch connector. How do they do that? 1/8 inch connector. Did it actually break off? Does it show that it's damaged?
No, it just doesn't work. Like whatever I plug it into, it just doesn't work. Like if I unplug it, like I noticed on the PlayStation, it stopped working. I plugged it into the cell phone, it stopped working. Like it doesn't work.
Okay. And the microphone no longer works.
And it's weird because the fucking headphones have, like, you plug in the microphone also, you plug it in, so it's hard to tell if it's the mic or if it's the inline.
Yeah. That sucks, man.
I'm not gonna spend money on the microphone part to figure out if the whole thing is broken.
Yeah, I hear you. Now I have the same ones you have. Let me look at mine. See, my microphone doesn't unplug.
Yeah, so you probably have the HyperX one, the first one.
I thought I had the 2s.
No, the 2s detach from the USB.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Mine's a straight up analog. I mean, I think I have a USB adapter with this, but I'm not using it.
Oh.
Because
how big is your cord?
It's how long? It's about like 3 feet long.
Okay, so maybe you do have the 2s.
Yeah, I have the 2s. Because it has the 3 line. So if you look at the end of the cord, welcome to Warzone 325.
Yeah.
If you look at the end of the cord, it has 3 black lines.
Yeah.
One of those black lines is for your left and right, and ground. Left, right, ground, and then there's one for your microphone.
Right.
So something happened on the inside, whatever. So I'm sending them an email now and see if they react to it. Who knows? I don't have as much pull as I used to. I'm a has-been.
Right.
How long have you had them?
Since last April.
Okay.
Which for $100 pair of headphones is a fucking not long time.
Last April, and we were wondering if you could either warranty replace them or swap them out so he can continue to assist me, to co-host the podcast. I'd really appreciate your quick attention to the matter, as I convinced I convinced Zach that these were the end all headphones. And now his aren't working. Thank you so much for your continued support. Torrance Davis, host, video game Warzone. There you go, Ice. So I sent out the email. We'll see how they react to that. Nobody likes bad press. Nobody wants a podcast, 300 plus episodes, telling everybody not to buy the HyperX.
Especially after you tell people they're really good, because they are actually a really good product.
Right, they're excellent. Oh Jesus.
Man, where the fuck is everybody?
There might be a lot of people watching the stream. So we got 3 people watching the stream.
Oh, what's up, 3 people?
Oh, Jackal was asking if it was the HyperX Cloud.
No, not the clouds.
Here's the thing about the HyperX is they got all these different models, but they all do the same shit. They have a model that's just they're marketing just for the Xbox, but I guess you can use it on the PC, and I guess you could use it on the PlayStation too, because they all have the same adapters now.
No, it is the clouds.
Yeah, there is the Cloud.
Yeah, it's the Cloud 2s. I thought the clouds were the ones where it had the microphone in, like I thought they were the plastic ones.
Yeah.
Not the steel ones.
Yeah, I got mine are the red steel on the rims.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's red and black. Yep, you got the same ones. I mean, you got good taste, Ice. We got good taste.
These are $100 fucking bucks, man.
Yeah, no shit. I got mine at PAX on sale. I think I paid.
So what the fuck are their other ones?
Dude, if you look at if you look at all their go to hyperxgaming.com.
Stingers.
Check this out. So if you just go to the headsets, so they got Cloud Stinger, right?
Right.
Cloud Stinger is perfect for streamers looking for an affordable, high quality headset. Okay, and if you go to buy now, $50 on sale. They're usually 70, right? Then it's got it's got the Cloud, which is what me and you were using.
Yeah.
Cloud comes in several colors, compatible with PC, Xbox One, PS4. Then they got the Cloud Cloud Revolver. It's like, oh, what is the Revolver doing that the other ones aren't doing? I don't fucking know. You know, they're a little, they're a little bit bulkier. It's got the same USB interface. It's got the signature memory foam, etc., etc., etc. These are 119. So they added more plastic and raised the price. This is what I hate about headphone companies, because they, like Turtle Beach does this shit. They come out with all these different headphones, and then you're like, oh, which ones do I get? And that's what confused me, because they were marketing an Xbox headset, even though it's really not an Xbox headset. It's just a headset that they're marketing for Xbox. But
yeah, right. So
it was HyperX, Hyper Xbox exclusive. Let me see. HyperX.
Literally, I'm pissed off because they're perfect otherwise.
Yeah, they're great headsets.
This is the best thing of headsets I've ever owned.
Yeah, it's nice. And you're right, I could be using those for the PC, but the only reason why I use these ones that you see me wearing is because these are surround. And I don't think...
I mean, your other ones are surround sound.
What, the HyperX?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I mean, it's simulated surround. But
wait, let me double check this. Do I need to change?
You gotta use your USB connector, and then that.
Oh, I just got to use the USB. That's right. You're right. You're right. Yeah. So maybe I should do that, Ice. Maybe I should get rid of these, Ice.
I mean, they have to be way more comfortable than them shitty ass Chinese ones.
But see, no, Ice. These. Look at them. I mean, if you look at the camera right now, if you can, they're really comfortable. They are really, really comfortable. But I think these ones are a little bit heavier than the HyperXs. I guess I should.
Really?
Maybe I should. Maybe I. No, I mean, these are all plastic, right? But because they're bulkier, they feel like they're a little bit heavier. Let me try these real quick. Yeah. Maybe I'll wear these just in case they come look at this episode. So you see I have my HyperX headphones on. You see? This is what I wear. Okay, anyway.
Like the fit is just, those things fit so good.
But maybe I'll make that change, Ice. Here's the funny thing. So, being the anal person I am, I said, okay, I originally wanted a pair of headphones I could use on Xbox One and PS4, not knowing that the HyperX worked on PS4 at first. I thought it was just PC and Xbox. And I think that's because that was right when the Xbox controller with the jack, the audio input jack came out. Because before that, you needed the special connector. So it was before all that happened. So that's why I got a little confused. And I was like, well, I'll just use these for Xbox. And whatever, I could use anything on PlayStation anyway. And I wasn't doing much on the PC in terms of... what do you mean tweet the stream? I did tweet the stream, Jackal. I tweeted it. I tweeted it. So yeah, I got confused at first. So now that I know that it works on both PlayStation and Xbox and PC, it could be... I did tweet the YouTube. What the hell's wrong with you guys? Hold on a second.
I believe.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
Not much. Drive.
If you just... all you got to do is go to the channel and you click the live stream. I mean, I did that. Yeah, the finest can see it. I tweeted that. Okay, here is the stream one more time. I mean, that's the first thing I did. And all you do is go there, and then you should see the live stream. Motherfuckers, learn how to do your shit, man. Okay, so anyway, so yeah, maybe I will stop you because I'll tell you one thing about these Ice. I get real hot in the ears wearing these things.
Oh man, which one?
The cheap Chinese ones.
Yeah, man, them fucking hypers, boy. I don't get none of that shit.
You know, well, so I got to find the USB. What I'll do is I'll find the USB adapter and I'll play some Battlefield or something and check out the surround on them. It'll also mean I'll have to uninstall the software on these. I like these though. I got used to them, but these are really for cheap headphones. Ice. These are pretty badass, man. It's got the braided. It's like $30.
Huh.
It's got the braided cable. It's got the little thing here to mute and all that shit and raise the volume. These have been rock solid. It sounds like Freddie. Say hi to the wife and the daughter for me.
Okay.
And
hi, we gotta turn that shit down. Use those. They work.
Oh
You
shit.
can't talk to them.
Oh, so the finest is using the cloud too. Everybody's using these. And I Am Legend's right. Yeah, I could kill the sales. I have the potential. I do get millions upon millions of people watching this stream. So, you know, that's what I do. Okay. So you're saying, well, see, I don't really use the mic on the headphones. I use my big studio mic because there's no need for me to do that. I fuck Astro. I get so sick and tired of it. These are the companies that really piss me off. Astro, Turtle Beach, because they release so many different friggin' models of headphones. I'm just completely lost, and it drives me crazy. So I don't even bother with those dudes anymore. And plus, the last pair of Turtle Beach that I purchased, I was on Turtle Beach's press list. I went to PAX. I bought a pair of Turtle Beach headsets at PAX, and not too long after I bought them, they broke, and I had to swap them out. I'm like, fuck all this shit. I'm not dealing with Turtle Beach anymore. No way. They just pissed me off, and whatever. So anyway, maybe I'll switch, because my HyperX don't get that much love. I don't do that much multiplayer gaming right now on Xbox, so they haven't gotten that much use anyway. So maybe I will start using those to listen to the show. The Finest just got his second GTX 1080 Ti.
Ooh, boy.
Nice. That's what we're talking about.
The hell are you doing to use with two of them?
Yeah, he's playing some games, man.
I'm just saying, like, what are you running at?
What kind of frame rates you getting? I used to judge how powerful my card was by the frame rates I was getting in Battlefield. Throw that shit on ultra 2K resolution and see what frame. I was actually getting over 100 frames per second at 2K, and I was very pleased with that. And how could you want, like, I don't even need that. I just need a flat 60. But why would I want even? This is why I don't understand why people overclock. I mean, if you're overclocking just to see what your PC can do, if you're just doing it just for the hell of it, that's one thing. But man, it's just dangerous to do. It's not good for your system, and it's pointless. So you jump from 3.5 gigahertz to 4 gigahertz. Big fucking deal. If you're gaming, I don't even understand it. You're saying Ice's audio is low? Well, that's what this whole conversation is. Ice's audio is low because his headphones broke. So he's using a shitty Bluetooth. So that's why Ice's microphone sounds low right now. It's not even low. It's muffled. Maybe I'll send Ice my cheap Chinese headphones. So it'll happen for the show next week.
Oh, I'll have some by next week.
No, that's okay. Wait for me. Just wait until I hear from HyperX, because they might just ship out a pair. Like if they ship out a pair of HyperX Budokan X Gaiken Super Ninja Turbos, I'll keep those and then send you my HyperX 2s. Ice, you don't have a Blue Yeti, do you, Ice?
Yeah, but I don't have access to the computer at the moment.
Oh, why? Is somebody in the household using it right now?
Of course she is.
Kick him off.
See, here's the thing. It's a delicate balance,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't want to do that, because then she'll never want to be on it, because then she'll always think
that she's getting in the way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And you don't want that.
No, you don't want that. Better treat your woman right, man. Better treat him right.
I got to.
Okay, that's good. So what's good? There's not really a lot going on in the video game world, you know?
I'm playing Divinity with my friends.
Shit.
You're playing Divinity?
Yeah.
Now, Ice, I don't remember you being a Divinity fan.
I'm not really. He was playing it though, and we haven't played any games in a while. And he was been playing through it, so I was like, I'll buy that shit and we'll play through it.
Nice.
Okay.
What do you? How you feeling?
It's a fun game. It's we have it on normal,
Mm-hmm.
but it's funny because the way the battle system works is like you're not in battle and you're just walking around.
Mm-hmm.
It's not random because the characters are on like the map, but
Mm-hmm.
you don't necessarily, because it's angled top down, you don't get to see a big berth of the landscape.
Right.
So you're just like walking around. All of a sudden, oh shit, you're in a battle with enemies that are like 200 feet away from you, so you don't really have a chance to see them and not engage them.
Right.
And then you don't want to run away because you're not a bitch. But like you'll get into a fight and like, oh, you and your partner and the guy you're with are like, you know, like hundreds of feet apart. So they have to get there in like turns.
Right.
Sometimes. So it's interesting. We've died a couple times. We've died because of some things that may have happened that were my fault and fucked us over a little bit.
Oh boy.
But it's a fun game. It's a fun game. I'm trying to play it not co-op to get used to the systems and stuff like that. Because he's way more used to it than I am. But it's really good fun, really good co-op game so far.
Nice.
Yep.
That's cool.
A lot of dialogue. A lot of dialogue.
I still haven't really. I finally got back into Uncharted 4, so I want to talk about that. So the thing that's cool is I'm getting deeper into the game, and I'm starting to see one thing that I knew I was going to see with Uncharted 4, with the new Gears of War 4, with these games that we've been playing for years, is I'm so used to the formula that I get to certain sections and I start getting bored and I start, oh my God, here we go with this again. You know, I'm starting to notice that, like the climbing and, you know, waiting. Okay, I'm going to do all this stuff and then I'm going to walk a little bit and then I'm going to run into a firefight. It's just, I kind of know the formula now. So it's kind of boring me. Not the whole game, but just as I'm playing more and more, I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this puzzle, and then I'm going to discover something, and then a bunch of bad guys are going to show up. And sure enough, it happens, because I'm so used to the formula right now. And I know the same thing's going to happen when I play Gears 4. You know, so I'm starting to realize... So I need new experiences like Horizon. You know, I need brand new experiences where I don't know what's coming, where I don't know what to expect. So I see myself getting through that right now. However, I'm at the part where Elena finds out that he hasn't actually been on vacation or doing a job wherever he was. That was a really powerful scene. Everybody knows what I'm talking about that's played the game? Without me spoiling anything? Please don't let me spoil it. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
I couldn't for a little bit.
Oh, really?
So,
You must be running into lag. Yeah, I think that's you, Ice. Because I'm still rocking.
weird.
Maybe it's your Bluetooth. Anyway, so I'm at this very powerful emotional scene between him and Elena, and it actually took me by surprise. I was like, wow, that was a pretty deep scene and how they handle it and everything. But my whole thing is, he was stupid. It's like, look, okay, so you're gonna marry this woman, and then you're gonna promise her that you're not gonna do any more of your adventures, and you decide to do this thing. You need to let her know what you're doing. Especially when you're getting shot at and chased, and you know, so I can understand where she's coming from. But that was like the first scene in the game that really kind of hit me. Not really hit me on an emotional level, but I was like, oh shit, because I can't stand Elena. I hate her, but I kind of agreed with how she felt, you know, in that scene, and I thought that was a really powerful scene, and it was well put together. It was really, really well put together. So I got to give him props on that. So that's cool. So I can't wait to get through it. I want to finish it so I can get ready for Uncharted Chloe, is what I'm calling it, or Uncharted Bay. And then I have this timeline, so I want to do that. I want to do finish Tomb Raider. I want to do Gears, and then when Uncharted Bay comes out, I want to play that, and I have a couple other things because I'm trying to squeeze in some game time now because I haven't really gamed in like 2 months, and I just plugged in Uncharted the other night, so I'm trying to get back on the horse. What's K-Cube say? Not only that, the person of interest should not have been talked about, and she wouldn't have been mad. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's true. He should have just been honest with her. Honey, I'm bored. I'm sitting in the attic with toy guns. I need to get out there just one more time. I've heard good and bad things about Gears. You know? But Gears is going to be another, like, when Gears ended it with 3, I was done with it. I was happy. I was like, we don't need any more Gears. I said that, you know, I've always, like, Uncharted 3, we didn't need any more Uncharted after that. But I've said to myself, if they make an Uncharted 4 and a Gears 4, I'll buy them. Because I want to finish whatever storyline they have, I want to finish it. But I think Gears is going to go on for another 2 games. And I think Sony's or Naughty Dog's done with Uncharted after this, and they're going to focus on The Last of Us and other things. What I really want to see is, I want to see Naughty Dog do a racing game. Or, you know, a first-person shooter. And I want to see, you know, these guys doing these Gears games do something else. I want to see people do things outside their box. You know? But wouldn't it be cool to see, like, Polyphony Digital make a non-racing game? Just to see what they could do. Anyway. So, I guess... What did you say?
There will be no damage on the characters after you shoot them.
Yeah. So, Imo just says no. Kalel said it would suck. And then K-Cube says, it's possible Sony let Guerrilla Games make Horizon. That's true. Guerrilla Games was primarily doing first-person shooters, and now they're doing a third-person action game. What the hell is that, Kalel? That looks like something from Gary's mod. So I guess people are, a lot of these journalists out there, these fish wrap journalists are complaining because Crash Bandicoot's too hard. Have you guys heard this?
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
There was actually a reference made. Somebody, and I think it was somebody at GameSpot or whatever, said that Crash Bandicoot is as hard as Dark Souls. If somebody can find me the quote, please find it.
These gamers nowadays are too soft.
Yeah, and they gave Crash a 6.
What?
Yeah, they gave it a 6. The whole collection. They gave it a 6. This is GameSpot.
They're fucked. They're fucked.
And I'm like, wait a minute. We're talking about Crash Bandicoot here. It was like, Crash Bandicoot was cool if you didn't like platform games. Because I hated 3D platform games. Like, I got done playing Super Mario 64. And then I'd see stuff like Spyro the Dragon and all those stupid kiddie 3D platformers that they were releasing on PS1, and I hated them all. And then Crash came out, and I was like, wait a minute. Okay, Crash, this is dope. I could do this.
He was Sonic with an attitude.
Yeah, it was just really cool, and it was fun to play. And yeah, there were points where it was hard, but the thing that was cool about Crash is that it was a game you could beat, you could finish, you could get through all those levels. You know, if you just played it, you could beat Crash. It was fun, and then you get the next one, and you could beat that. So these dudes talking about it's too hard, and it's like Dark Souls. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know,
because they're rookies on platform gamers.
Yeah,
3D platform gaming.
And they
look at the generational timeline. They're bullshit.
Yeah, and they gave it a 6. It's like, I'm not one to really focus on scores, but I'm like, I mean, it's the Crash Bandicoot collection. Anybody in their right mind that's a gamer played Crash, they loved it. It was one of those games. You know, it's just, I don't know. It's just funny to me, you know. So.
They're pixel counters. They're not fucking gamers. Everybody's like Digital Foundry, whatever.
Yeah, pixel counters, clickbaiters, all that stuff.
Yeah, rumor bullshitters like me. You know?
Yeah, they talk about things that aren't important. I don't understand. It's like, and you know what cracks me up is you got these big sites like GameSpot and IGN. When they post something like that, they get fucking hundreds of thousands of views. Hundreds of thousands. Everybody was shitting on him on the writer in the comment section too. It was hilarious. They were really shitting on him. But you know, it's like you're gonna talk about how hard Crash of all games to talk about. And I made a tweet today. I was like, let me give these guys a 2600 and Pitfall or River Raid and see how frustrated they get with that. You know, you want a hard game.
Because they have guys in the industry, like they have GameSpot. All these guys are like told to basically watch their fucking shit all the time and click their shit.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
It's bullshit. It's like it's fabricated fucking hits, man.
Yep. Well, that's what I'm telling you. Traditional press. It's on its way out. The YouTubers are taking over. Yeah, this is the future right here. What we're doing, this is the future. It's going to take a while for people to make that move, because the good thing about traditional websites is you can be at work 1 minute and be like, oh yeah, Crash Review's out. Let me go check that out real quick. Whereas right now, it's just like, you know, my streamers are coming on this weekend, and you time yourself, just like you guys wait until Friday to watch the Warzone. A lot of streamers get that, but you don't have to watch it live. You can watch the playback, and it's always there, and it's interactive, and just all kinds of other crazy shit. You're actually interacting with the person who's making the video, you know, and it just amazes me. And you look at all the old school guys like Greg Miller, like who's the big fat dude from Destructoid?
The oldest of the old school.
Yeah, the old school writers, they're all doing videos now, making big money, because the old format isn't working anymore, and it never was working. Like Jim Sterling couldn't make the money he's making now when he was at Destructoid. You think he was getting $12,000 a month at Destructoid? Hell no. Hell to the no. He just wasn't. And the thing is, it's not like these guys just like decided to leave on their own. There were certain things that happened that pushed them out. So they said, okay, I have a following. I'll just do videos, and I'll do a Kickstarter or you know, a Patreon. And these guys are making big bucks doing their thing. That's the new model. That's the new model that's working. The old model is on its way out. Just like how many people in here still buy video game magazines? Like physical magazines.
Is that a joke?
Just type a 1 if you still buy video game magazines.
I can't type because I'm driving. Don't act with car on the back, but yeah, I still buy it.
Oh, you do? What do you buy?
I buy Japanese, like Option magazine.
Oh, the good stuff. I'm talking like IG, like
No, IG.
No, what's still out there for magazines? Are there any? Oh, Game Informer's still out there?
Yeah.
Anybody buy that?
You have to go to Indigo chapters and all that shit.
Yeah.
To get them.
How many people in here that don't read magazines now used to read magazines heavily? I used to get Die Hard Game Fan, Next Generation, EGM. I used to get all that shit. Die Hard was my favorite. I lived for those magazines. Every time I opened my mailbox and saw a magazine, I got so excited. Jackal says, Neo Goof and N4G is all I need. Oh, you know what I haven't done yet? It's the real D-White, motherfuckers. What took y'all so long? Shit. I'm sitting up in here. Oh, I remember the ones that came with the discs. Remember the Xbox magazine?
Yeah, those were cool too. And the PSN magazine.
The best free disc you could get was that PlayStation disc. Remember that PlayStation disc that used to come out? Yeah. What the hell was that called? Yeah, PlayStation Underground. That shit was the bomb. I used to love that.
Yeah, you used to get like 3-4 demos on one disc.
Yeah, nobody did it like PlayStation Underground. However, there was a Dreamcast magazine, I think it was. Maybe it wasn't Dreamcast. Maybe it was just a video game magazine that would have these Japanese Dreamcast demos. I can't remember the name of it, but they had like Daytona when Daytona first came out.
Yep.
And I went crazy for that shit. But those PlayStation... Yeah, I had a collection of PlayStation Undergrounds. Just in case those demos didn't actually make it to the market as games, I had a whole collection of them so I could play them. Oh, yeah, the Power Stone one. Those were good. A lot of the young cats in the room were like, oh, shit, what did I miss?
But I used to look forward to getting those magazines instead of the actual game sometimes.
Yeah, they were great. Because they were monthly. You knew every month you were going to get a demo to play. And has anybody here noticed that the age of the demo is dead?
Yep.
It's completely gone.
It's not dead.
Well, the closest thing, but with the exception of PC. Yeah,
PSN still has plenty of demos. They're just not advertised ever.
Really? For like hot games? Like, is there a demo for Spider-Man?
No. That Spider-Man's not coming out until next 2 years from now.
2 years?
Yeah. You know Sony, they're just gonna fucking, what do you call it?
Await greatness?
Delay that thing?
Don't you dare say delay station, because I got into a huge debate on Twitter about this shit this week, and I don't even want to discuss it. I started a fucking shitstorm.
Why did you start a shitstorm?
Well, I forget what I said. I said I sent one tweet, and it ended up turning into like a 1,000 plus tweet conversation that lasted 2 days.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I love those demos. I wish they would still do that. It would be really cool if like we can go get a demo of Crackdown 3 right now, or if PlayStation Underground came back. And you could take it. Like, I would buy a magazine subscription if they had PlayStation Underground again. Because then you could, like, get the magazine and put the disc in your PlayStation and check out new shit. Don't have to worry about downloading anything. That was the good thing about it. Because you didn't have internet connectivity with your consoles back then. Like, kind of, sort of. You did with Xbox. But you didn't really have it back then with the PlayStation. So, if you got a disc, you had something new that you could only get on a disc. You couldn't download it. You couldn't really go to the store and buy it. You had to have a subscription or go to a magazine store and get the magazine to get it if they had any copies left. And you had something new to play on your PlayStation. This was before the internet, where you could download demos and betas and stuff. So that was fucking cool. And now, because of the internet, we don't really get that stuff anymore. We don't get PlayStation Underground. Oh, the E3 issues, yes. Those were the dopest. I remember those. I miss all that stuff. Gaming has changed so much. It really has. So, yeah, so these guys are pissing and complaining about Crash Bandicoot, and I don't get it. If somebody can find me that tweet, I should put it on Twitter. Please find me the tweet. About Crash being as hard as Dark Souls. Not the tweet, the article. Okay, cool. So I guess Paul George went to OKC. Y'all hear that?
Yeah, I already got traded.
Isn't that crazy? We ain't got nobody in the East Coast no more.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we're done. We suck like the West Coast used to suck.
Everyone's got to make room for LeBron.
Yes.
Don't want him to have any competition.
It's fucking hilarious. Maybe the Celtics can do it.
Yeah, no, it's not happening.
I'm glad you like the stream, Jackal.
Probably burst your bubble, but that's not happening.
Oh, dude, the Celtics are gonna kick ass, man. You just wait and see.
Shit.
Once Corey Young comes back, none of y'all get the Corey Young reference, so I'm gonna explain it to you. So, Isaiah Thomas looks like a dude I went to school with, an old friend of mine named Corey Young. He looks just fucking like him. So whenever I see him play, I crack up. What else is going on?
In the world?
Yeah, in the world of gaming. There's not much. It's getting slower and slower and slower. Somebody said the SNES Mini. That's right. So the Super Nintendo Mini was announced. I almost forgot about that one. So here's the deal. They're going to do the same thing they did with the NES Mini. And they're going to limit the distribution of these things. And once they're gone, they're gone. and then they're going to discontinue them. So if you want to make money when they're available, grab as many as you can. I don't know what people have for game systems. If you have a PC, you can play all these games using emulators. If you're into nostalgia and you want the little box that looks like a Super Nintendo, then you should get yourself a Mini, especially since you can hook it up to HDMI, which I think is pretty cool. But they're gonna be gone as soon as they're available. And I think people are more interested in the Super Nintendo Mini than they were in the Nintendo Mini. So these things are just gonna. Oh, somebody found the link for me. So it's Games Radar. Here we go. Games Radar. I'm gonna post this. Games Radar. Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy Review makes Binding of Isaac feel like a summer getaway. Alright, so I gotta find the Dark Souls quote here. Hold on a second. This is gonna be hilarious. What, I can't click on the review without opening an ad? Jesus.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Okay. Here we go. Here's the quote. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this? At the end of the review, he says, "But then there's death. There's just no escaping it. There might be a brand new death animation to keep you entertained. Ooh, look, I've been swallowed by a lion again. But there's no avoiding that. The controls just mean that Crash Bandicoot has become Dark Souls. It's a horrible shame. After being so excited for the remaster, there's just no avoiding that. The Insane Trilogy and you aren't going to get along for a while. When it takes sheer willpower to survive the original's first island when you played the game for years, you know something has gone wrong somewhere. Those coming in fresh to the franchise aren't going to know what's hit them. Sure, it's big, beautiful, and positively packed with charm, but it's time to prepare to die. I love the Insane Trilogy in its new roguelite form, but the things will definitely frustrate those new to the franchise looking to find out what all the fuss is all about." He says it's become Dark Souls. So
wait. So he's played it before, but is now having trouble with it, and is saying that it's going to turn off people.
Yeah. It's not about his skills or him. It's the game. Ain't that a damn shame?
What's so hard about Crash?
It's nothing. I also saw something today in another review that people don't like the fact that you get one hit Crash. They don't like that you get like something hits you and you die instantly, because today's gamers and people are so used to damn health bars and shit. So that that upsets them. And I'm like, this is Crash Bandicoot. This is gaming in the 90s. That's how it was. I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand all this talk about the game being difficult. Typically, like when I first played Demon Souls, the first thing that came out of my mouth is Demon Souls is made like an old school game. It takes you forever to get to the boss, and if you die, you have to start over again. Just like old hard games like Wizards and Warriors, you know, any of the Pitfall, any of those games where you get to a certain point and you die and you have to go all the way back because the checkpoints are like either not there or they take too long to get to. That's how we had the game back then. Back then, you didn't have save files. You didn't have continues. You didn't have fucking, what else? Cheats. A lot of times. If you had cheats, you had to get a game genie, you know, if you wanted that. But typically, when you died, you started over. That's old school gaming. If you're in the arcade and you die, put in another quarter.
The game has level codes in which you'd have to go into a shitty typing simulator that has 37 different to enter, and then the code is like 47 characters long. Terrible.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's just horrible. So I wasn't really interested in getting Crash because I played the death out of Crash, whatever. I might just get it, you know, just for the fuck of it, because you know I want to see. Because I couldn't see them changing the game and making it harder just to make it harder. If you're having a nostalgic experience, you want it to play like it used to play. And it was fine the way it used to play, so there was no reason to change that gameplay. And maybe these guys just fucking suck. Maybe that's what it's all about. I don't know. Kind of crazy, though. What else is going on? Not much stuff going on. It's just been, it's going to get worse and worse. Just in case you guys don't know, I'm going on vacation all next week, so there will not be a Warzone next week. Yep, I'll be gone. I'm going to the White Mountains.
You're going on vacation right before Fire Pro comes out. That's smart.
I told you I'm going to have trouble playing Fire Pro when it comes out. That day one, I'm going to have problems, but I'm going to try. But I took the whole week off. I ended up taking the, so I guess my company, I didn't know this, but I took Thursday and Friday off to go on this trip. And then my company told me, I didn't realize it was 4th of July week, and my company said they get Monday and Tuesday off. I was like, oh shit, that means I got to come into work for one day. Nope. My boss told me take Wednesday off, so I took Wednesday off, so I'm going to be gone the whole week.
Shit.
Yeah. Maybe I'll play some games.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will. It's going to be great. Yeah. So let's see here. Well, it's not like it's been dead.
Like yeah.
There's nothing going on. There's just
no games have come out, right?
No, the dead zone continues, man. This is what happens. E3 happens and it's dead for like a month. And then something gets released, either in July or August. Sergio Curiel says, I would say Dark Souls is a little bit different because it tends to jump you and beat the shit out of you at certain points. Interesting. Has anybody been interested in Fortnite?
Nope.
Not at all, Ice? Have you looked at it?
Yeah, I've seen it. I'm not interested in that stuff.
Really? You don't like building forts and protecting them?
I'm not interested in like wave-based tower defense stuff.
Really?
Yeah,
but you're building the tower. You're building a whole fort.
That's fine.
With guns and bathrooms and kitchens.
Here's another thing. I'm not going to have enough people to play that game with either. So I don't...
You only need what? How many do you need? 4?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't have 4 people to play with.
I'm 1. You got me.
You don't fucking play video games. We've been over this.
I do play video games, Ice.
You're the last person to count on to if I bought games based on you might play with me, I'd be fucking broke and would never play the game with you ever.
Ice, I've just been in hibernation. I'm coming out.
No, you're not going to though.
I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Come on, man.
Oh,
let's play Fortnite.
No, you don't even fucking play that one game anymore.
Yeah, I do. I just haven't played in like a month.
Nope.
I've been busy, man. I'm a content creator. I got other stuff to do that you don't have to do.
You're not creating content though.
Right now, this is what we're doing.
Yeah, I understand.
Look at my face out there on the internet.
That's not enough content to call yourself a content creator.
All right, I'm going to ask no matter what, I always get trolled. I'm going to ask everybody listening and watching the show right now. Am I a content creator? Yes or no? Dumb. Let's see these answers. I Am Legend, of course. Says no. He's my nemesis. Kalel says define content. You fucking bastards. Let's see what else we got here. Jackal says no. Wait, okay, I don't even know. How am I not a content creator? I fucking put out a podcast every week. What the hell? What do I got to do? What do I got to do?
You put out one thing once a week. So you make 50. No, okay, so you take a few weeks off. So you make 48 things a year. That's not really that much content.
What do I got to do to become a content creator?
Put things out a longer period of time.
Longer periods of time or more things?
Well, more things for a longer period of time.
What do you mean longer period of time?
We've only been going at this for what, like a year?
2 years.
It doesn't seem like it. It doesn't seem like it because it's not good enough, I guess.
Dude, it's been 2 years. It's as a matter of fucking fact. Hold on. I have a feeling you guys are trolling me. You always get me. Jackal says stop fishing. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, dude, you fish more than you fucking content create.
Oh, you guys are fucking crazy. I fish once a week, maybe twice.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
You're gonna sit here in front of us and lie to us and tell us that you don't fish more than you come to here talk to us?
Wait,
you're a goddamn liar.
Why is Video Game Warzone 289 all the way at the bottom? That was June 30th, 2017. Wait, why does that say June 30th, 2017? Wait a minute, let me see that episode. That's not the right date. That's 2016. I gotta fix that. Okay, anyway. I started the Warzone again in 2014. So it's literally been 3 years since I brought the Warzone back.
Yeah, it does seem like it because
you guys are a bunch of assholes.
That's just
motherfuckers.
That's it.
What do you mean infrequent? I'm here almost every Friday.
Yeah, but you're only here for like 2 hours. So
oh my God.
If you average out 2 hours a week, that's not a lot.
Do you know the time I spend here affects my fishing?
You know no one gives a shit.
My bub said, wait, you shower in the morning? I'm like, I have to wake me up.
You shower in the morning, question mark?
I have to shower in the morning on the days we go fishing because...
The fuck does he do? He doesn't take a shower in the morning?
No, he showers at night right before he goes to bed.
What? Fucking... What?
Okay.
What's the difference?
The difference is if... Now, I could get done with this show and go take a shower and then go to bed. But it's already late, and I'm like, tonight, we got to get up at 3:30, so I'm lucky if I'll get 3 hours of sleep before we go fishing. So I get up in the morning, and I got to make sandwiches and get everything prepped. I mean, we already got the boat prepped and the gas and all that stuff, but I got to get dressed, get my fishing, my tackle bag's like 25 pounds. So I got to get all my shit, the rods I'm taking, you know, what rigs I'm bringing, all this stuff. I do this in the morning, get the camera equipment in the bag. I can't do all this stuff if I don't take a shower in the morning. I need the shower to wake me up in the morning. So if I take a shower before I go to bed and then I wake up, I'm going to be a mess. So the shower wakes me up, gets me frosty in the morning. Where my friend, he went to bed at fucking 10, like 9 or 10. So he gets a good night's sleep. So I'm a mess. So I got to take the shower and then I go. But that's fine. That's what I do. You know, I suffer for my fans.
Suffer.
So I might not be a content creator, but how many content creators out there suffer for their fans like I suffer for you guys?
You don't suffer for us. What are you talking about? All right, Joan of Arc, calm down. Fucking suffer.
What the fuck is this? I love these domain renewals I get. Which one's this? Oh, Foodie Trotter. I gotta renew that one. 30 days. Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, you gotta do that one. Yeah, that's gonna come back kicking.
Fuck. Okay, so I gotta do that. Okay. Alright, so what else is going on in this video game? There's really not much going on right now, to be honest with you. Jay-Z's got a new album out.
Oh, okay, Jay-Z, overrated rapper.
No, he is an overrated rapper, and he's got skills and he's good. But this new album is the shit he should have been doing years ago. It's dope. It's the groundbreaking shit, and the video he has for it. Oh my god, it's dope. He actually has a message. You know, it's thought provoking.
It's a hard knock life.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm really impressed with the work he's done on this album. It's like
99 problems and bitch ain't one.
I'm pissed off that it's only available on Tidal. You know, I'm not gonna be one of those bitches and do a trial Tidal subscription just to get the album and then quit.
I think hop on Jay-Z's dick and get on Tidal.
What he needs to do is release that album elsewhere. I mean, if people want to give him money, put the album fucking where people can get it. I don't want to go on Tidal to get it. You know, it's ridiculous. I got Amazon subscription. I want to buy it on Amazon. Or at least let me go to the store and get the CD. So I guess I'll have to do that. If he even releases a CD. Anyway. So now I have to become a content creator. I have to look into this. What would I be doing as a content creator?
Putting out more things.
Like what?
Anything.
Name some things.
You could you like, I don't know, play some fucking video games, stream them.
Okay, let me make a list here. Stream.
Take a shit and stream that.
Really? Do you think I get banned if I did that?
If you you don't have to tell people you're taking a shit.
But I mean, as long as I didn't show any body parts.
Yeah, if every day you took a shit, you just went into like your public bathroom or whatever, your company bathroom. And you just did like a Q&A about what's going on in the world, but you were taking it via shit.
Well, the thing that's cool.
But no one knew you were doing that unless they watched the very end of your stream when you flushed and then turned it off.
I beat the tower at night while I was taking a crap.
That's not gonna, yeah, if you want to be a content creator, how about you fucking do what you said you were going to do? Instead of being a fucking asshole who goes back on everything he says.
You're so mean to me every week, Ice. I thought we were friends.
We are friends, but I'm trying to hold you accountable for the things you say, but you're a liar.
I'm not a liar. I'm just a procrastinator.
You're a liar.
I'm not a liar. I'm a procrastinator. Jackal's a true fan. He wants Rhinosaurus to return, Davis Daly. He's one of those dudes that was actually watching that stuff.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. I don't want you to do things that you don't want to do.
Oh!
And I know you want to shit.
Well,
it's the way you get things done.
If you can link me the Tidal store, do that, because I tried to get on Tidal to get the album today, and it says I needed to become a member. So, whatever. Here's the problem with Davis Daly. There's two problems with Davis Daly. One, like if I did Davis Daly today, I think it would get more exposure than it did 6-7 years ago when I was doing it. But I didn't like the fact. One thing I didn't like as I was doing it was that I was behind the camera instead of in front of it. And I know you guys like looking at me, so I need to do Davis Daly where I'm in front of the camera. So I have to figure that. I basically need to get a cameraman. And I actually have one, but then it's about finding time to actually create the content and make a whole series out of it like I used to. And that's something that's on my mind. It's something I'm thinking about because I really want to capitalize on this new streaming channel I have. And I want to put more videos on it. Here's the thing about, so Jackal says I should do at least one Rhinosaurus a month, a good way to build the channel subs, and he's correct in saying that. However, in order for me to be passionate enough to do that many Rhinosauruses, I got to find something that I'm pissed off about once a month. So, and it's hard, like I'm sure when Star Wars Episode 8 comes out, I'll have a Rhinosaurus. But you're
just not passionate about anything anymore.
It's not that I'm not passionate about anything anymore. It's that shut up. It's that I need something to spark the Rhinosaurus because there's some things that I want to get on the mic and I want to yell and scream and tell the world it's wrong and tell them why. But I can't. As Jackal said, should be easy. You always complaining on Twitter. Yes,
here's the thing. You're like, okay, so the way you treat your Rhinosaurus is the way I treat Twitter. Every time I want to say something on Twitter, I'm like, you know what? It doesn't fucking matter. No one's gonna read this. If they do, they don't care. This is just useless. It's futile. It's a futile thing. But you that's like you with Rhinosaurus. You don't want. You can only do it when it like really pisses you off. But with Twitter, you're just like cum dumping your ideas onto the internet, and you don't care.
What do you mean I don't care?
Your Twitter is
so you're saying I should do less on Twitter and just take all of that and put it into Ranosaurus?
I don't know if your Twitter, the things you talk on Twitter, are good enough to make a Ranosaurus about.
See?
Because the things you talk on Twitter are usually like mundane bullshit, like fanboys did this week. Fanboys.
Look, then, dude, don't even go there. I don't talk about fanboys as much as Tony does, so don't even go there.
And then for some reason you get like 30 people who message you about fanboys, and it's like, what the fuck is happening? Like, I look at your Twitter thing, like your Twitter conversation sometimes, and I'm just like, how are these people holding this conversation? Like, I would have just walked away from this after the first fucking thing.
I do have a knack for starting shitstorms. Oh well.
It's unhealthy.
So I'm hearing more Ranosaurus than possibly Davis Daly. Okay, duly noted. Duly noted.
Davis Daly's were fucking boring.
See, Jackal, this is where you come in and defend me and say, no, Ice, they were really interesting, and we got to see the world of Torrance. Come on, Jackal. Come on, I'm waiting for you. Let the stream catch up. Come on, Delay. Jackal, type. This is where you defend me. Do it. Do it now. Or anybody who, like Davis Daly, this is where you come in and say, no, wait a minute, Ice, you're wrong. Davis Daly was dope.
What was dope about him?
Who's right, Ice or me? I want to know who's right. Ranosaurus was great. Wait, what about Davis Daly? You saying it was boring? Motherfucker, how you gonna wait a minute? How you gonna say do Davis Daly and at the same time say it was boring? What kind of shit is that? You know what? I need to stop trolling people on Twitter. You know why I need to stop trolling people on Twitter? Because I get trolled and I don't even know when I'm being trolled anymore. People fuck me up now because I don't know I'm getting trolled. That's what I get for trolling so much. You're saying Davis Daly was okay, but yet you want me to bring it back?
He's just giving you an example of things you could be doing. That's what he's doing. He's not saying, oh, bring Davis Daly back. It was great. It was bring Davis Daly back. That was something you were actually doing.
Maybe I could bring Davis Daly back, but change the format.
Maybe.
So what do you like about Ranosaurus? You like seeing me get pissed off, right? You know what I've noticed is everybody loves seeing me get pissed off. Like when that guy team killed me when I was trying to...
Yeah. Like I've told you before, like... The people who get angry on the internet for a living, like do their streams or whatever, you could have been a millionaire by now. Because you're funny when you're angry.
I'm funny when I'm angry. People aren't scared of me when I'm angry?
No, because you're just a giant fat black man. It doesn't really translate. Like, you're not menacing enough.
You are cold-blooded, Ice. You're cold.
Like, and I want to be truthful, and I'm your friend, and I'm just letting you know. That's when you're at your best, is when you're either going at somebody like that, or you're going back and forth with someone like a hip-hop gamer or someone who is on the other side of an argument.
Okay.
Your Davis Dalys, while they were done, I can't think of one that was interesting.
Not one?
No.
Get out of here. There had to have been one.
I can't think of one.
Let's see who's in here. Who can I call to help me defend myself? Mega Jack. Which Davis Dalys were interested in? Shao the One says, weren't Davis Dalys like an hour long each? Yeah, they were pretty long. Somebody's cracking up in your.
My wife.
That's fucking. What is she watching?
Ice's wife is dying.
I want to watch it. Like, let me catch up to some of these comments here. The Finest says, hi Tor, thanks for doing the podcast. Look forward to it every week. The Real Do Right agreed on something. Oh, slow motion cats. I missed a lot of stuff. Hilarious. I gotta watch that again. Let's see. Stevie G, Tor just wrote a book. Yeah, motherfuckers! I did just write a book. Read that. There's some content in there. Stevie G's been defending me. Tor does fishing videos and tech blogging and cooking blogs. Let's see. You can find it only Tor, online Tor. Okay. Stream Dark Souls. Make another rap song. Show cleavage on stream. It works for the gamer girls. Oh yeah, what was the surprise you spoke of last week? If I tell you the surprise, then it won't be a surprise anymore. It's still planned. Okay, it's still coming. Just
he's a liar.
I'm not a liar, Ice. I am the perfect example of real life happening. Sometimes real life gets in the way, okay? And I'm not talking about fishing either.
Sounds like an excuse to me.
Oh, motherfuckers. Motherfuckers. Okay, okay. It's not an excuse. You didn't see. I haven't seen Baby Driver yet, but I want to go see it. Ice is probably right. Ha ha, bastards. Ice has a point, motherfuckers.
Why are you saying motherfucker?
Wait, let me finish reading this. I think the more interesting Davis Dailies are the ones centered around an event like E3 or a con. That's true. I guess you probably love the Adult Video Network conference, Davis Daily. I know you guys like that one. And the E3 round, okay, the E3 roundtable isn't just me; it's a bunch of other people. So I just can't just do that. And that was just, we were all in the room together and just did it. And I decided to record it because I'm the master of creating content. But, you know, ever since then, everybody's wanted E3 roundtable every year. I'm not there every year. And even when I'm there every year, that group of people wasn't always together. But that was, it was a great idea. I wish we could have did it more. Because you got to hear so many different opinions on E3. This is why I'm considering going back to E3. I'm considering it. I'm considering going back to E3. Like, just to be there. I'm considering it, but I don't know. Because I hate their strict rules to get into the show. It's expensive to be in LA. It would really depend on what happens between now and the next E3. Because I basically, as many of you know that I've talked about, that I started the whole tech blogging thing again. And I got all the stuff prepared, 4K camera. I got equipment, all this stuff to start doing serious tech blogging again because I like tech and I cannot. But then I was like, nope. Then I started doing the Warzone stream. And I'm like, wait a minute. This is really fun and I'm enjoying myself doing this. And I could take all this equipment that I have and use it to do the Warzone stream. Fuck the tech blogging. You know? Why should I start fresh with tech blogging when I already have this? You know, and I'm like, maybe I should take this and take it to the next level. So that's, as you've noticed, every week I've tweaked this stream to make it better and better and better. So I'm like, well, maybe I can do. So then I was like, okay, I really don't like E3, but if I actually went out there, and I'm not even talking about being on the show floor and talking to companies and playing the games. I'm talking about going out there with a camera and talking to people, interviewing people, and not developers. I'm talking about people going to the show that you may know, you know, and just getting their feelings about the show and the games and the stuff, and just, you know, getting another look at the show instead of inside the show floor with all the games and people and noise. So I'm considering it. I haven't made the decision yet. I was ready to start going back to CES again, but if I'm not going to be doing tech blogging, I'm not going back to CES. So that leaves E3 as a possibility. And if I go to E3, I'd probably only go for one day, maybe 2 days. I wouldn't go for the whole week. So
have you thought about doing maybe other events like PAX or something, or even Comic-Con? No. PAX and Comic-Con are way too crazy. And PAX is in my own backyard. And I don't really want to do PAX anymore. I actually got in last year because Hip Hop Gamer had 2 passes, so I went for a day, and I totally didn't enjoy myself at all. I can't do. And this is gonna suck when I say it. Don't take any offense to this. I don't like going to shows where non-press people go, and it has nothing to do with
press people are better than non-press people. It's just the amount of people that are there makes it hard for me to do what I really want to do. I mean, it's just crowds and crowds and crowds of people and noise and long lines, and I can't do that anymore. So those shows don't interest me. I haven't gone to the San Diego Comic-Con for years because of that. I like.
Sorry, please continue.
I like the shows where it's press only because it's a lot less people than it would be open to the public, and there's space, and I can control my environment and what I do and who I need to talk to. It's just a lot easier when it's not open to the public. That's all.
But if you end up doing E3 again in the future, won't the fact that they're opening up more and more of it to the public sort of affect that adversely?
Yes, it would. But I think that the E3 committee is going to have a press-only day. I think they're going to do that because all the press was pissed off about the public this year. And they've done this before, and it failed, and they stopped doing it. And right now, if the press continue to complain about it, they're going to have to change it. So I think it's going to change in the future. So we'll see. I mean, these are just ideas. I mean, I want to keep coming up with content ideas. I want to do more things for this channel. It's just a matter of me brewing some ideas in my head and coming up with something that I think is cool. That's David's Daily happened because I don't even know how David's Daily happened. When I first did David's Daily, I was sitting at my desk and I recorded myself. And I thought it was a cool way to talk about stuff and give stuff away. Rhinosaurus happened because I was pissed off at something and I wanted to record it. So a lot of these ideas just happen. They just fucking happen and then they turn into something. The Warzone happened because I was doing a podcast in California on movies, and after that podcast ended, I was addicted and I had to do another. I just had to do another podcast. So when I moved to Boston, I created a video game podcast. And, you know, as if you read the book, that podcast failed, and then I created the Warzone because I love radio. I love doing that. But, you know, things have changed. Now it's video and audio. So I want to capitalize on that and the things that are happening on this channel. By the way, thanks everybody for getting me over 100 subscriptions so I could change the URL to the channel to /VG Warzone. And since then, we've grown to like 119 subscribers or something like that, which is pretty good, or 116. So it doesn't cost any money to subscribe. Please subscribe. It's free, and it helps me out. And if you want to support me, I get more ideas in my head when I get new patrons and tips. So, you know, I love all the support I'm getting. 1,000 subs by the end of the year. Make it happen. I am going to make it happen. I've actually been challenged now because of how long it took Tony to get 1,000 subs on his channel. So I'm gonna beat that. What I might do is get a really tight bra and put it on and shave my chest. That'll help. I know Jackal's happy because he's been begging me to do this for the longest time. So
She's been begging you to shave your chest for the
to do this, to do a Jesus, to do the stream. But I love the format. I don't mind the short 5-second delay on YouTube. It's not as bad as I thought it was. I'm enjoying it. I love doing all this stuff. It's fun again. It's actually fun again because of this. So I'm having a blast with it. So I want to do other things with it. So I'm going to continue crunching and coming up with other ideas. I really do have a surprise for you guys. I just haven't. My schedule got screwed up and I wasn't able to do it last week. So
can you give us a hint?
Nope.
Damn.
Think about this. Think about this. When it's Christmas Day and you're a kid and you see the presents under the tree,
God.
And they're wrapped. You know you have presents, but you don't know what they are. Not until you wake up the next morning. So think of it like that. Okay?
I don't want to think of it like that. Okay.
Yeah, Tor, sometimes those presents are just VCRs inside Nintendo 64 boxes.
I wouldn't do that to you guys. I don't want to make you hate me. I want you to love me.
It's too late.
Nothing like one of your French girls.
Oh, it's so cold. Thank you, Jackal. Jackal loves me. Thank you. So, what else? Open them and rewrap it. Let's see. What else is there? Oh, boy. Has anybody been keeping up with my fishing videos? I know I got fishing fans in here. And yes, the fishing videos do take up some time. If you watch the latest video I did with the fish football, that took a while. But the thing that's cool about it is I actually have time. I have time to actually do those fish videos during the week. But I've seriously been considering streaming video games now that I got this perfect setup. And what I really want to do is I want to find games that would actually absolutely piss me off and stream those, and then maybe you'll get a reaction from me.
I know one game that would really piss you off.
What?
And it did, and it was great, and then you stopped doing it because you got pissed off and you couldn't beat it.
What, Battlefield?
Nope. You know what I'm talking about.
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls didn't piss me off.
Demon Souls pissed you off. It was the best.
You guys just love to see me just get tortured. That's what it is.
When's the full Neo LP coming?
I'm a fucking giant fucking voodoo doll for you guys to laugh at. Getting poked. Do you want to see me get poked?
It's a giant.
What else? Well, here's the good thing. When Fire Pro comes out, I'm going to be streaming that shit all the time.
That's good.
You'll love that. That game gives me passion.
Oh, that heal him?
And I've decided that I should stream more games. And I don't have to do it on my PC. I can stream directly from my PlayStation, from my Xbox, so maybe I will do more streams. And I also got to check, maybe somebody can tell me, can you stream to YouTube from your Xbox and PlayStation now?
You can do it from a PlayStation. I don't know about an Xbox.
But Microsoft doesn't have it yet? Suckers.
They might. I don't have an Xbox, so I don't know. But you can definitely do it from a PlayStation.
Oh, I got something funny for you guys. Did you see that Call of Duty Ghost is available on backwards compatibility for Xbox One?
No.
How stupid is that? Okay, I'm thinking maybe they're doing this for the guys that have Ghost for the 360 and bought an Xbox One and maybe want to still play it. I get it. But Ghost is available for Xbox One, really cheap, and it's better than the 360 version. Why make that a highlight of your backwards compatibility? Like the stuff that I got excited for was Radiant Silvergun, Virtual On, Oratorio Tangram. But Call of Duty Ghost for Xbox 360? I don't see the point. Like, how much is that game right now? Let's see this. If I had Ghost on 360 and just bought an Xbox One, I would probably take that shit to GameSlut and get Call of Duty Ghost for Xbox One for $26. It's cheap.
Cheap. It's expensive.
What?
$26 for Call of Duty Ghost? I didn't spend that much. Brand new.
But no, I'm trading in my old version. I'm not a Sprint member, Curio. But now that I got a link to the title store, I'm going to buy the album.
Did this fish really just walk in the fire?
Because it's fucking dope. Oh, and I'm gonna find the link for you guys to watch the video if you haven't seen it. Forbes. You have to watch this video.
Which video?
The Jay-Z video, Life of OJ.
Is that the one with his mom in it?
What?
Didn't he do a...
The story of the story of OJ. Oh. Watch this video. It's amazing.
Not a fan of Jay-Z.
Just watch the fucking video. For this one, maybe you got to be black to understand it.
It looks like you have to be black to understand it.
Man, I had a white Bronco joke ready, but you're telling me it's actually about O.J. Simpson? Because that just
it's not really about it's not really about O.J. You gotta you gotta watch the video. It's more about the life of a black man more than anything. You just watch the video. It's dope.
You got just inappropriate jokes all over the place, don't you?
What's so inappropriate about that?
No, his inappropriate jokes. He's gonna make a white Bronco joke.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not inappropriate. That's, you know,
what was the other joke? What was the other joke you made the other week?
I don't want to talk about it. We don't have to go back there. I already apologized to Torrens in the podcast. I don't have to go back there.
All right, is there anything else, people? Any questions you want to ask me?
O.J. Simpson was such a fucking good football player. Jesus.
People need to ask more damn questions.
What?
That's where you need to demand better from your fans. They need to ask more questions.
Y'all need to ask more motherfucking questions.
What hasn't been asked?
I'm up here struggling every week.
Struggling. The struggle is real.
Have you seen that apparently Sea of Thieves is just a mess? And it's not going to be good even upon release?
No, I haven't seen that.
Have you played it?
I haven't, but there's a bunch of new videos of people playing it at events.
You know someone personally who has played it?
Define personally. No, okay, so
now you do.
Don't let him bully you because he talks about shit he doesn't know and or has seen.
Yeah, I'm not in the alpha, and I haven't played it.
And just because let's put it this way: if you like it, that makes no fucking.
No, I'm just saying it's not a fucking hot mess.
How's it?
It's not a mess.
Explain to us how it's not a mess.
It's not a mess. It functions the way it's supposed to function. It's not feature complete by any means. There's a significant amount of stuff that's still not in the alpha version.
What's feature complete? Because they're being very coy about what the game is.
Well, feature complete would mean it was in its beta form.
I would ask you a question. They're being very, very, very coy about what this game is by literally not telling anyone what they actually do.
Yeah, wait.
Newest release from Hello Games, Sea of Thieves.
Well,
it's already got more shit to do than fucking that game.
It's a pirate game.
It's a pirate game. You hunt for chests. You blow other people up. You get eaten by sharks. I'm hoping there's some overarching storyline to it.
Well, they said you'll be able to level up your ship or upgrade your ship, and that'll be persistent somehow. So
that's not in the game. They fairly recently just got skeletons in the game.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. Microsoft to the rescue.
That's an interesting thing you said about the boat, because I heard from people who've been playing it that if the boat breaks, it sinks and that's it, and then you just go hop in and get another one from someone else. It's kind of like GTA. So I don't know if the boats are persistent.
QL, have you seen that other pirate game that Ubisoft is making?
Yes.
I'm gonna keep it motherfucking 100 with you, okay? I love pirate theme. I'm really excited about the Sea of Thieves. However, when I saw that Ubisoft pirate game, my excitement for Sea of Thieves dropped a little bit. Okay? So, I'm just letting you know.
They're such a different kind of game.
They are a different kind of game.
I think the biggest problem with Sea of Thieves is going to be you're going to have people that you know, that you play with. You're going to have a real crew.
Me, you, and Ice can play.
If you're not playing with your friends, if you're playing with fucking Joe Smo, and he's like, woo, jumps in your cannon when you're trying to shoot something,
right?
And he gets shot over to the edge, you're like, what the fuck are you doing, you know? And you can't trust your people, you're going to lose your ship every time.
Okay, I got a couple questions in here. Jackal says, will Xbox One X win NPD in November? Yes. New consoles always win.
In November?
Yeah, when they come out, they always win.
No,
it comes out the 7th, right?
Well, wait, but let me just clarify. When he says, will Xbox One X win, he's saying, will Microsoft win November's NPD?
Yeah, they're not going to.
It's not. I don't believe that Xbox One X is going to sell 2 million units in November, but I think that with the Xbox One X and the Xbox One S, I think combined sales that they could win November easily because they have a new console.
I'll say no. I'll say that Sony's going to do something, maybe price drop, maybe dumb bundle. That'll get people excited. So, put it this way, they already have, Sony already has, what do you call it, coming out when it's got exclusive content, Destiny 2, and people really love Destiny for some reason. So that's going to be a giant pusher.
That'll be a big software pusher. I don't think that's going to be a hardware pusher.
They did a bundle the first game. I don't see why they wouldn't do a bundle this game.
But yeah, but the first game came out when? 2014?
Okay.
When it was banging. Now people are fucking jaded about the game. Look, I'm not going to get... I don't want to get into a whole Destiny thing. I know Destiny 2 is going to sell, but I think that because it's new hardware, that it's going to push Microsoft to have more sales that month. I could be wrong, but that's my reasoning.
It's also $500 hardware.
That's not a big deal.
Okay.
Not for people who buy it on the first month, right?
Yeah, that is nothing. Keep in mind that when the Xbox One came out, it was $499 and they sold 1 million units.
Yeah, you're right. There wasn't a thing that you could play Xbox One games on other than the Xbox One.
Right. But then you got the power-hungry early adopters. The power-hungry early adopters are going to want that.
The power-hungry early adopters, if they don't need to, what I'm saying is, if you want to play Xbox One games, there was no other choice but to get an Xbox One.
Right. I agree. I see your logic. But my opinion is because they have new hardware coming out. Let's put it this way. We know, here's my thing. We know Xbox and PlayStation and Switch are going to sell a lot in November. They're all going to sell a lot. We've seen this before. But because
Switch will outdo them all, to be
honest with you. But because Xbox or Microsoft has new hardware coming out, I think that's going to push them over the edge.
I don't think the new hardware matters because it's not... It's new hardware, but it's not.
But it's really not.
It's enthusiast hardware.
It'll do as well as the PS4 Pro did.
Maybe, yeah, probably. I mean, even though it's still cheaper, but like, here's another thing, and I don't like to say this because I know it's not true, but it's just true about this year. That console's also coming out with nothing new, like Crackdown, but it's still playable on the fucking Xbox One.
Right. I agree with you that it's going to run into the same problems that the Pro did. I'm counting on the early adopters that actually want the Xbox One X, not the mass market. And I'm just saying, if there was no Xbox One X coming out this November, Microsoft would probably still sell over 1 million Xbox Ones. So that extra push of those early adopters who want I'm just going to say Scorpio because I'm tired of saying this shit. Who want the Scorpio, I think it's going to push them to win MPD.
I'm trying to find Xboxes, how many they sold during November last year.
I don't think Microsoft stopped giving numbers out, 3 years ago? At 13 million was the last numbers that they ever gave out.
All I know is I think November last year, Sony won. And Sony had 2 new things out. Sony had the PSVR and they had the Pro. Am I right? Did the Pro come out in November?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because it coincided
with... The VR came out in October, right?
Yeah, didn't it coincide kind of with the VR launch?
VR doesn't matter, though.
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to figure out because the Pro came out shortly after the VR.
Yeah, I remember because the Xbox Slim, the 1S was winning from August until November.
Right. And then Sony won.
Yeah.
They won. Mike, go ahead.
Do you see them dropping the price?
Microsoft for the Xbox One S?
No.
Sony?
I think they do.
You mean Sony?
Sony for the Pro.
Oh, for the Pro? No. I don't think they'll drop it. I think they'll drop the price of their Slim. I don't think they're going to drop the price of the Pro yet. They don't need to because the Pro is still less than the Scorpio, which is quote unquote their competition. Yeah, sure. And the Pro is a more expensive piece of hardware, and Sony's in a position right now where they don't have to drop it just because it's got the $100 advantage over the Scorpio.
I think digital fuckery is going to be very important for Microsoft.
Don't.
If there's yeah.
QL.
I'm just saying.
QL. Can you see my stream? QL. Can you see my stream?
No, I can't.
Can you look at it real quick?
Which are you on YouTube?
Yeah, I'm on YouTube. Tell me when you're looking.
I hate YouTube. All right, I'll try.
Just get there real quick. I gotta. Hurry up.
Ubay.
Hurry up. I think you just certified yourself as an Xbot.
Just get there real quick.
Hold on a second. Let me mute. All right.
Can you see me?
Yeah, I see you.
Okay, I want you to take your hand and put it all the way out, like extend it all the way out to the right of your face.
I'm not going to do that.
And then I want you to
slap myself.
Slap the shit out of yourself for saying that.
Look,
dude, don't hold up. Hold up. Don't give me this garbage about digital fuckery is essential and fucking Microsoft selling Xbox.
I'm not saying it's essential.
Fuck those guys.
People that watch it.
Look.
They're the only people that are going to show you the difference.
Look, on NeoGoof, that's going to be the conversation. Digital fuckery is going to be the conversation.
And you're so wrong.
How am I wrong?
Because people use Digital Foundry that aren't you.
How dare you say Foundry?
So people, well, I don't have a problem with what they do because I'm not a fucking jackass.
I'm not. What? How am I a jackass? I'm here to entertain. People laugh when I call them digital fuckery. That's why I do it.
No, they don't. No one fucking person laughs.
Are you kidding me? They love when I do that.
Not one person actually laughs.
Okay, who laughed when I said digital fuckery?
Yeah, you laughed. You went ha 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 out loud, not just in your brain. Go LOL.
I don't know what I ever did to piss you off, Ice. I don't know what I did. But what are you talking about?
So when Xbox, he's right. When Xbox One comes out, if there's an appreciable difference, the people who write about video games go to Digital Foundry and say, hey, look it, they're already doing the work. I don't have to do it, so we'll just comment on what they're doing.
Maybe I've been in the dark, but I don't know of any other major website quoting digital fuckery except Eurogamer. Because they're part of your...
all over the place.
M4G doesn't count. M4G doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
I'm talking about sites like GameSpot. And
they
IGN, they don't quote digital fuckery, do they?
Yeah.
Don't they do their own?
If there's something crazy, they will.
IGN does their own comparisons.
Yeah, so does GameSpot. But if there's something like nuts that Digital Foundry has done, they'll do it.
If you can corroborate your findings, you'll fucking tell people about it.
And you think that's going to help Microsoft sell Xbox Scorpios?
If there's a significant difference, yes.
It can help them. Listen. Seriously, okay. Remember when Fallout came out?
Yeah.
Fallout 4, and there was like the difference between the frame rates.
Yeah.
I saw that outside of the people who don't go to video game websites because it hit Twitter. All it has to do is hit Twitter.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think that was a big deal anymore. I mean, here's what maybe I'm giving people too much credit, but I thought that everybody knows hands down that the Xbox One X is more powerful than the Pro, and it's gonna run games that more.
It's your eyes. You got to see it, right?
I know people are gonna look. I watch some of the digital fuckery videos. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm curious to see what they're seeing, but I don't think. And maybe people bought the PS4 based on that, maybe based on some of their videos over the Xbox One. I don't know, but I think knowing right now that this machine has nearly twice the RAM, almost twice the RAM available as the PS4 Pro, more horsepower, you're going to know that the games are going to look better on it or have better frame rates, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, more effects. So what do you need digital fuckery for?
It's looking at it. Let's say you're on the fence, right? You don't have a Pro. All you have, let's say you're like me. I've got a PS4 and an Xbox One. Let's say I'm not a fan of Microsoft. I'm completely, truly neutral.
Yeah.
And I need a reason to buy one of these. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I have a preference. Let's say I have no preference, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna buy one of these two consoles this holiday for Christmas with my bonus check. And Digital Fuckery shows a game that I like, and it's running at a significantly higher either frame rate. It looks significantly better. It just plays significantly. Whatever this happens to be, that'll sway a lot of people to be like, you know what, I'm going to buy the Xbox One X, $100, but look at how much better this game that I love to play is.
Mm-hmm.
What's that dinosaur game that a lot of people like for like
the Ark?
Yeah, Ark is going to be on ultra settings. What do they call it?
Yeah, it's going to be on ultra.
It's going to be on the highest settings from the PC version, running at 1080p 60, which I think is a great idea. And if someone sees that and then sees the medium settings on the PlayStation 4 Pro, they're going to be like, why the fuck would I play it on the Pro? I'm going to get it I'm going to go ahead and get the Xbox One X. This is my favorite game in the world.
Yeah, okay.
That's just an example, but I think that digital fuckery is going to play a big role in this, and I think Microsoft kind of gave it away when they gave digital fuckery the rights to showing off the hardware and the first piece of software for it.
Okay. Okay. I guess I give society too much. I guess I give society too much credit.
Yeah, you know, I don't give people credit.
Okay, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, Xbox might lose November, but I just think that they're going to win, based on the fact that they're releasing new hardware. They're going to market the shit out of it.
Well,
and everything.
Let me ask you a question, Tor. So, like Ice was saying earlier, it's not necessarily a new platform; it's a tech upgrade.
Right.
And there's a market of people, early adapters, who would do that. But do you think that contingent of consumers is large enough? Do you think that contingent is large enough to really like make a huge difference?
I'm glad you asked that question. They might only sell 100,000 Scorpios in November. That 100,000 could put them ahead of Sony or Nintendo for the win, and that's in conjunction with their Xbox One S sales. That's you got to, because I figure I'm just figuring PS4 Pro easily sold over 100,000 when it launched. So you're talking about over 6 figures in units sold in 1 month is pretty big for a new hardware upgrade, and you add the $249 Xbox One S sales and the crazy marketing they're going to do for Scorpio during that month. I think that could help them get the win.
And I wouldn't be surprised if both base consoles are $200 this holiday.
And let me tell you something. I wouldn't be surprised if Nintendo wins November. I won't be surprised if Sony wins November.
You mean if they can actually make some fucking consoles?
Yeah, but I'll tell you what. Of the 3, I think Microsoft's going to take November. That's just.
I think Nintendo would have a good shot, but Apple's cock blocking everybody.
Yeah, well, whatever. I mean, but Nintendo, by the time November gets here, they're going to have enough units. They'll just hold off on putting. They'll put up units out from now until like September, and then they're just going to stockpile them, so that they have enough during Black Friday. I got other questions here. Jackal says 1080p would happen to 4K uncompromised. Why does this question keep coming up? Microsoft Studio games are 4K uncompromised. The third-party games are using the whatever the checkerboard, triangle, whatever rendering.
Triangle. And the uncompromised had nothing to do with the 4K as gameplay or gaming. It was that gaming is the only place you get uncompressed 4K.
Wait, which games aren't 4K uncompromised on Xbox One that Microsoft made?
No, all Microsoft's games.
All their games, from what they said at E3, is all their first-party games are native 4K. And this is the thing that nobody heard during E3.
Hold on. Listen to what Phil's saying. He's telling you. He's saying it's not going to be like that. He's saying that Microsoft didn't say that for the future. They're saying They're saying that for it. So they're basically saying that video games are the place to get it uncompromised.
It's the only place. It's literally the only place to get uncompromised 4K image.
So that statement doesn't mean that you're going to get 4K 60 frames on everything.
No.
Or even 4K 30 forever. Eventually, Microsoft's going to decide that they want this game to be 2K. You know.
But exactly. But that also does. But that also when they say like that, it infers that though. It's very sneaky.
Well, it's in their marketing. That's their marketing.
I think he was cut off. Like when everybody gave their own little speech and whatnot.
They don't
and
get to do
his
that.
speech was cut off.
No. His speech wasn't cut off. Look, let me tell you something.
It was.
Listen. There are multiple places where Microsoft was being very shady with their speak in E3.
Well, wait. Let me correct Jackal. Uncompromised does not mean 60 FPS for every game. It just means 4K uncompromised. So that could be 4K 30 or 4K 60. And when they say 4K, they mean a true 4K image, not a checkerboard triangle image. And that's just first party. But supposedly, Shadow of War is going to be native 4K. And that's a third party game. And Microsoft covered their asses when they said third parties can do what they want to do, meaning third parties can choose to do native or they can do sparse rendering. That's up to them. But Microsoft...
Or they can do 1080p.
Yeah, Microsoft is sticking to the native 4K image. It doesn't mean 4K 60. It never meant 4K 60.
He wasn't even talking about the same thing you guys are speaking about anyways. When he was speaking of 4K uncompromised, he was speaking gaming is the only place you get true 4K. Even when you go to the movies and watch 4K, you always get some kind of compression. There's compression everywhere. But in gaming, it's from silicon to your television, uncompressed pixels. That's what he was speaking about when he said that.
I don't know about that, QL. But
you got to read his whole.
I don't know, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah, but 4K is hefty. You have to put some compression on that. And I'm not talking about compressing the original image. I'm talking about compressing the image that hits the frame buffer. Because if you want to maintain those frame rates, you have to have compression. It's still a native 4K image, but you got to have some kind of compression coming out of that frame buffer. But a lot of people, like what Jackal's saying, a lot of people say that when they say native 4K, that means 4K 60. The frame rate has absolutely nothing to do with native 4K. Native 4K is a true 4K image. So when that frame...
I think when they say the uncompromised 4K, people take it as an input that it's going to be 4K 60 frame.
Right, and that's not what it means. It's Microsoft's message again, confusing people. But then again, it's not just Microsoft's message confusing people. It's people being confused because they're taking what Microsoft says and they're assuming, okay, that means 4K 60. No, 4K 60 is hard to achieve on a fucking PC nowadays. It's still hard to achieve a flatline 4K 60. People are doing it, but it's really hard and really expensive to do. But what Microsoft is trying to send home is that their 4K image is a native 4K image and not checkerboard sparse rendering.
Exactly. What they're saying, or what they could have said instead of just using a term that they just fucking made up, is our images are full 4K images, no what do they call that shit?
4K frame buffer.
Checkerboarding. Right? No checkerboarding. We're not doing that.
I wish they would have separated it, right? So if you're true 4K, you should have like true 4K on the box. And then if you use checkerboarding, it should say sparse rendering. Like
they're not going to do that.
And then sparse rendering. No, they're just all hamming it all up all together.
The bottom line is
a little checkbox.
The bottom line is, you know, when you put these games on your 4K screen and you pause them and you go up and you try to look at the pixels, you're not going to see it.
Yeah, not especially
it's
when you pause it.
Marketing talk. It doesn't mean anything. This is why I don't give a shit about 4K gaming. It's just shit. I'm tired of hearing about it.
But we're here to educate.
Oh, no, I know we're here to educate. But at the same time, I want people to know my opinion on it, and I don't really care. I'm
you
so...
don't care because you don't play games.
Okay, next question. Hold on. Motherfuckers. I got a bunch of motherfuckers. They never meant 4K 60. Stop assuming. They never ever meant 4K 60.
You know what?
So hold on, QL. Shh, I'm talking. If you think they meant 4K 60, you find me any quote or any article where they said true 4K meant 4K 60. It does not mean that. They mean the actual image itself. The frame is a true 4K image versus sparse rendering, aka checkerboarding. That's what they're talking about. And if you don't believe that, you're somehow making up in your head that they meant 4K 60. No. You find that shit and you link it.
You shouldn't say that. You shouldn't say that because I thought that's what they meant was 4K 60 because when I heard it, they were talking about Forza.
Oh, that was Forza.
But that's what they were talking about.
Forza's always been 60 frames per second.
I understand, but what I'm saying is when I heard that phrase, they were talking about Forza. So that makes you think 4K 60.
Yeah, but okay. Well, here's where the education comes in. True 4K does not mean 4K 60. There it is. So take that. Understand that.
Shut the Xbox.
I'm just laughing at Jackal when he typed Xbox. It just means a 4K image. Yeah. Like if I was into 4K gaming, I'd be happy to get a true 4K image at 30 frames per second. You okay? You okay?
Yeah.
What happened?
Fidget spinner flew off my hand.
You're using a fidget spinner?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What does this world come to?
I know. It's out of control.
Don't tell me. Is it green?
No, it's black.
Where was I?
OG Xbox fidget spinner.
I would be happy with a true 4K image at 30 frames per second on my PC because I know it's really hard to push 60 frames a second if I was into 4K. But since I'm not, my fucking 2K 60 is all I need. If I didn't have this screen, I'd be happy with 1080p 60. That's all I ever need. I don't need anything else. I don't need 4K. I can't put it together in my mind why I need 4K for video games. For movies, maybe? Yes, in the future, that's where I want to go for movies. But for video games, I don't need that. You were talking to a guy that still loves games that are 360p. I don't need 4K in video games. I think we've hit the point where all we need is 1080p 60. The whole world's happy. You throw all the fucking effects you want on it, and you don't worry about 4K. I don't know why they're pushing it so hard.
Unless you're Bungie, you can't get 1080p.
yes. Good one, Ice. Good one. Like, I'm totally happy with an upscaled image. If I get a 4K TV and it's an upscaled 1080p image, I'm happy about it. I'm not saying it's not amazing, Jackal. HDR would be amazing on a 1080p image.
Except for no 1080p TVs.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be 4K for HDR to look dope. So, yeah, it is dope. But I just, like, we've gotten to this point where we have all the horsepower we need for cheap to do flatline 1080p 60 games, and we can't even enjoy that because everybody wants 4K now. And I'm just like, how far are you sitting away from your TV? How big is your TV? You know, I can't see it. I don't understand it. If you guys want it, whatever, it's not my thing. I didn't even want 2K gaming. I got it by default because the screen I got is so wide. I had to have 2K gaming.
I don't know. I saw that Earth. What is that? Earth 2 or whatever.
What?
They had the Samsung TV up at Walmart, one of the Walmarts I was working at, and they had that fucking Earth.
But that's live action.
Right, but I was watching it and it looks fucking insane. They had it playing on a 1080p TV and they had it playing an HDR on the Samsung 4K curved display.
Yeah.
And it's like out of control.
Yeah, 4K, look, 4K is gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. I love 4K when it comes to my live action content. I love it. Movies, I'll take the 4K. When that time comes, I'll make that move. But games, you know, I could care less. So anyway, there's another question in here. Let me find it. Hold on.
I'm hoping more games choose. I hope some.
Jesus Christ says Xbox One launch with Rise of Rome. What's the killer app for Xbox? You mean Xbox One X?
The graphical showcase?
Killer app? It might be Crackdown. If we get to see that
Crackdown, but it's gonna be a crap game, so it's gonna turn out to be Forza.
If we see the destruction, if they finally show us what the destruction is gonna look like on the Xbox One, that might be it. I don't know. That's a good question though. Let's see. I could have swore there was another question here.
I heard PlayerUnknown's Battleground is going to have PC versus Xbox gameplay.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for bringing that up. Yes, they are going to have cross gameplay with PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds.
That's gonna be fucking hilarious. It'll be funnier if like somebody playing on an Xbox wins.
Yeah,
Did you know that, Ice?
I didn't know that, but that's really great.
Yep.
That's where everyone should be at this point.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's a third-person shooter, right?
Okay.
It's going to be interesting to see Xbox versus PC players.
I'm pretty sure some people. I mean, you can play with a controller right now, so it doesn't.
Wait, Jackal's talking about Crackdown look like shit. You know, when we talk about the way games look, to each his own. I mean, it's everybody's own opinion. I think Crackdown's a beautiful game. I think it does look like Crackdown. You actually have to like Crackdown to begin with. You know, you have to like the art style, the gameplay. I love Crackdown. The explosions and damage is just going to make Crackdown look better for me. But, you know, I think they're going to push that for the killer app. I think that's why they've kept it under wraps. Who knows?
They kept the thing that is most impressive under wraps.
Yeah, well, because I have a feeling. Here's my feeling. I think it's not going to be as good as they promised, and I think they're. I guarantee you it's not going to be as good. But I think it'll be good. But I don't think it'll be cloud based anymore.
It's going to be cloud based. They already said that. It's still the same tech.
For those who just showed up late, I got QL from Microsoft here with us. Have you ever played? Wait, Jackal, have you ever played a Crackdown game? It's fun.
The co-op is fun. I don't like playing in single player.
Oh, I love it.
I loved it. I loved the first. I even liked the second game.
The second game was fun if you played with somebody, but that was trash. That was a trash
the story
purchase.
Was trash.
But the first one was great.
Oh, the first one was awesome.
Let's see. I could have swore there was another question here, but I guess not. I thought there was another question.
Man, people talking about Crackdown. It looked like Crackdown. I don't know what the fuck you want, man. You want Crackdown to look like something else?
Okay, I guess there's no other questions. Cool.
No, people just want Crackdown to be something other than what it is.
I just want the destructible environments to be destructible environments. To be able to just drop a fucking building on someone's head.
I just want it to be 9 times better than the second game.
That's like not even a challenge.
Yeah.
Do you think the destructibility would be better than that Red Faction game?
It's funny you bring that up, Ice. I'm hoping it's at least as good as Red Faction. Because Red Faction didn't require a cloud, and it was like some of the best destruction ever in a video game. So if they can do that, I'll be happy.
I'm having a hard time understanding how it's for the cloud, but it's only in multiplayer when you can access the cloud through single player.
Can you imagine? Let's just say 1 million people buy the game with their Xbox One X and One and PC, and 1 million people are connecting to fucking the Azure servers, and they have to spin up 2 or 3 servers per person. Instead, they're going to be spinning up 1 for every 4 to 8 people. There's no way they're going to spin up servers, and I don't think it's feasible because eventually something may happen and people won't be able to play online, or something goes down. You can still be able to play the single player.
I don't know, but we're gonna find out pretty soon.
Yep. I'm hoping they show some shit out like Gamescom.
Yeah, well, we'll see it soon.
That'll be like a couple months till release.
Yeah. Oh, I Am Legend asked my opinion on the i9X CPUs. I'm sorry, I Am Legend, I haven't read up on those yet, so I don't have an opinion.
Intel's screwing you. That's what that's about. Go watch Jay's 2 cents or Joker production.
All right, isn't this Intel trying to be like AMD now? I have heard that.
I don't know what Intel is thinking, dude. I don't know what Intel is thinking. It's completely crazy.
From what I've seen, and I am super layman when it comes to CPUs.
Mm-hmm.
So the gist I've got it is that it's just a reactionary to the what's it called, the Ryzen?
Yeah, the Ryzen, the Threadripper.
The Ripper thing. Like I've seen very decisive things about it, and none of it.
They dropped two new CPUs that the motherboard vendors didn't even know about.
Interesting.
Like, here's these 2 CPUs, and the vendors are like, "What the fuck is this?" You
didn't
tell us.
Isn't that what Sega did with Sega Saturn?
Yeah. Like drop it on retailers. Hey, it's shipping out now. Like retailers, like what the fuck?
Okay, people. That's it. I have to go.
Oh my god! Hold on, you have to answer one question.
Okay.
Did you watch that match I sent you?
I haven't watched it yet. No.
You're a fucking cock sucker.
You fucking cook.
I just haven't watched it yet. I haven't had time. I've been catching up on anime and stuff.
You've had time. You've had time. You just something that your friend asked you to do.
You didn't watch the show when I asked you to watch it. Fuck you.
It's been 2 weeks.
So what? I haven't watched it yet. I'll watch it. You got to remember, I used to watch All Japan Pro Wrestling all the fucking time.
If I didn't say that, you probably forgot I even sent you something. If I don't want to hear this shit about it, I would have watched it. You don't watch shit.
What do you mean? I'm not saying... No, I would have watched it, but I've been watching other shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you tell me to watch something, you're injecting a new show into my existing show schedule, so I have to make room for it.
It's like half hour.
Okay, I promise you, Ice. I'll watch it soon.
Yeah, sure you will.
All right, people. Thanks for coming. I will see you in 2 weeks. Keep an eye out on my social media for the surprise. I will see you soon. Thank you for the support.
Yeah.